Okay, now we're recording. I've had conversations with people about challenge groups, and I've been telling them about the 21-day fix, and I'll tell you probably like 4 out of 6 in the last couple of days have been like, oh yeah, I already have that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how is this even possible? So we need something new. And you know what's really ironic is right before we went to Nashville for Summit, I was doing a combination of the 21-day fix and Body Beast. So this is exactly what that is. So when they announced this at Summit, I was like, oh my gosh, they're in my head. This is amazing, because it's going to give you that lean muscle, or, you know, with the nutrition, but it's also going to allow you to build muscle too and not just get super duper skinny. So I love this, because for me, this is, you know, like skip the skinny, go straight to strong. I love this. So I'm super excited about it. You guys definitely need to try out the workout starting now. Okay. October is almost over. I can't believe I'm going to say that, but we're coming into November. So don't wait until December to promote this. Now is the time. That's why we have sneak peeks in our Beachbody on Demand. Talk about it. Make a video of yourself doing it. Take pictures, whatever it is, but make sure you're promoting it and make sure you're doing this now. When the 21-day fix first came out, I talked about it for probably 2 months before it came out. And when it did, I think the day of, I probably hit Success Club 20, the day it came out, because I had those people waiting on this. So it's the same sort of thing. Now, I haven't said this about every single program that we released, but I think this is going to be absolutely huge. I think size was amazing. They're very geared towards, if you don't have your computer on mute, you can do that.
I don't need a Scooby snack to make milk, brain.
I love Scooby-Doo too.
Oh, sorry.
Turn your computer on mute.
I'm using my husband's computer. Okay.
Thank you so much. Okay. So, yes. Okay. And then if you guys have probably seen it's been in your Coach Online office. For those of you that are newer coaches, if you go to your Coach Online office and you look on the right-hand side, you're going to see all the news and announcements of the new products, all the new releases, everything you're going to need. Breaking news. Okay. Right-hand side of your Coach Online office. This is where I find this stuff. 22-minute hardcore is going to be a kind of like a boot camp style workout. And so it's supposed to be 22 minutes where they're simplified workouts. That's coming out in 2016. So keep that fresh in your mind, especially if you have, I mean, there's a lot of us that are veterans on this team. And so think about this when you're talking to people. Because I think some people turn away from maybe things like the 21-day fix because they feel like it's more of a girly thing. So keep this in mind. Tony Horton has worked with military, so many bases. And so I think this is kind of fun to bring out. I'm kind of irritated he didn't ask me to be in the video, but whatever. Okay. Current challenge pack promotions, 21-day fix pack 140, 21-day fix extreme 140, 21-day fix and extreme challenge pack. The difference between the regular and the kickstart is the kickstart comes with a 3-day refresh. If you have someone starting from scratch that really needs a major jump start, get them started with a 3-day refresh. It'll be a really good mental success too. I know for me, I lost about 4 pounds when I did it. And a lot of it's water weight and kind of, you know, flushing out your system, but it's a good way to start someone off with that success and get them excited and flush all those toxins out. Body Beast Challenge Pack 140. You see I mean, you can kind of see what they're doing here, right? Body Beast 21-day fix on sale. They're getting people really in love with these trainers for a reason. So make sure that you're promoting these. Okay, some upcoming dates. This is a big one. For those of you who are trying to rank advance in 2015, if you're on this call, I'm assuming you're trying to rank advance, right? Because we are a business building team. November 18th is the last day to qualify. Now, let me clarify that. When you rank advance, you have a 6-week qualification period where you have to hold that rank. For instance, if you hit diamond November 18th or before, you need to hold that for 6 weeks in order to qualify for 2015, okay? And you need to have your 8 coaches, and 2 of them need to be emerald, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. Now, if anybody drops within that qualification period, you fall back to your previous rank, whether that would have been Emery or emerald or ruby. So you need to be able to hit that by the 18th and stay strong for 6 weeks in order to qualify for this year. Keep that in mind. Summit tickets. I'm going to continue to talk about this, you know, every team call, but you got to get your tickets. If you're waiting to earn it, fantastic. If you have not hit Success Club 5 or more in your first 3 months and you do not have a ticket, get it. Trust me, it's worth it. We'll talk more about it as we get closer. Fall Classic. This is another one of these fun, team-oriented, small team-oriented competitions. You can only have one lifetime diamond on each team, but it's going to be a team of 3. It was 2 last time, but now it's going to be 3. So pick 2 coaches that, not just random people, but the people that you want to work with as a team. This is a great way for you guys on this team to get to know each other. Don't be afraid to reach out. If you see someone that interests you in our team page, and by the way, it doesn't really have to be in our team page, but I'm just saying it can be any coach. But if there's someone in our team page and you're like, I kind of like the way she does stuff, I want to, be a part of her team, I want to work really hard, ask them, all right? You can sign up now until the end of October. It starts November. It's going to go through the whole entire month, and there's some pretty awesome prizes. There's a 3-tier prize, depending on how many points you get. But it's a really fun way to work together, cheer each other on in a small environment. So do not miss that. You need to be on a team. Okay, let's head straight into it. I'm going to keep this under half hour here. Okay, so we're going to talk about systems here. So success leaves clues. And forgive me because I do have some notes, so I'm not going to be staring up at everybody right now. So the success that you see in coaches on our team, and even in some of the top coaches, definitely didn't come from them trying something different and making up things on their own. Sure, they put their own spin on things, but they definitely did not reinvent the wheel. Success happens when you are part of a group of people that have the same vision as you. They have systems in place to share that vision, and they can easily duplicate themselves. I know for me, I saw a major increase in growth in my business once I stopped fighting those systems, stopped trying to do everything on my own, and started just listening to the systems that the company or my upline or other coaches I had been been learning from, had been telling me. And once I started doing that exactly and stopped fighting that, then that's when I really saw the most growth in my business. So personally, I have felt that. So why do we have systems, right? So Diamond is great, Emerald is great, but we want coaches who want to build up their coaches to be leaders too, right? A great leader is one who helps see their team, wants to see their team succeed them, not need them, all right? Think about that. A great leader is one that wants their coaches to succeed them, which means they are trying to build leaders. And by using the systems that we have in place, we can create that culture where leaders are actually creating more leaders. Systems give us the space to nurture our success and eliminate the chaos with dependable order. Now, for me, type A, love systems. Love it. Love it. I don't know why I fought it, but I love it now. When we have that order and that focus, it helps get rid of the fuzz. And I think you know what I mean, like the fuzzy questions and how do I do this? What should I be focusing on? Why is this important? How do I go about getting this done the most effective way? How do I reach out to people and why do I need to do it this way? All those questions that take up space and create stress in our head are dealt with when we have that structure and we have the systems that have been created for us. When you can put all your energy into your why you're doing this business, the part that makes your heart race, the part that gets you excited to wake up and do this job, the why that makes you push through those hard days, and not necessarily the how of it all, you're more likely to succeed in the business if you focus on the why and not the how. The how can literally take up 90% of your brain and stop you from moving forward and taking proper action. The systems that are put into place are there for you to focus on the good stuff, the fun stuff, right? The why. And all you have to do is follow and take part in the system so your why actually becomes a reality. So if you're thinking big picture and you have all these goals, like how am I going to be Diamond? How am I going to be an elite coach? How am I going to build my own team? If you start thinking about the big picture and you think, how am I going to do this? You're probably going to stop dead in your tracks because that fear is going to take a hold of you and it's going to stop you if you think about how am I going to do this, that daunting feeling, right? But don't waste your energy on how you're going to get there. You don't have to worry about who those 8 coaches are going to be to get to Diamond, but instead focus on the systems like the power of 3s or your 3 vital behaviors that's going to help you get there. Because honestly, those are the things that you have the most control over. Those are the systems that are going to help you get there by doing those consistently. So I know when I was at my first summit, I was a diamond coach and I had big stars in my eyes and I saw all these top coaches on the stage and I thought, oh my gosh, how am I ever going to build my own team? Like how am I going to do this? And I got really overwhelmed and I started to have that anxiety and I'm like, I can't do this. This is not for me. I'm not this person. I'm not them. I can't do this. But I knew that I wanted to come back the next year. That was in Vegas the first year I went. I knew I wanted to come back the next year in Nashville with my team, with a team. I didn't know who they were going to be. I had no idea who that team was really going to consist of. But I knew I wanted it, and I knew why I wanted it. I took what those other coaches were telling me, kind of like I'm telling you, and I plugged into those systems every single day. I focused on what I wanted. I focused on my why for starting this business, and I stopped worrying about the how it was going to happen. And look what happened in Nashville. I went to Summit with a team. I just plugged into the systems and I did it. I stopped worrying, because when you really start to worry about the how, it starts to override the why, right? You don't have to. That's the brilliant part of this. These systems that we have that I'm going to talk about are all in place for you. There's nothing for you to reinvent. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. And I put this here on the bottom here, but in order to change more lives, we have to be committed to these systems. Otherwise, you're going to be flailing around trying to figure it on your own. They're all ready for you. No need to reinvent the wheel. So let's talk about some examples of systems. I have to take a last sip of wine. Jen, I know you're jealous. You're at work. Okay. So here's some of examples of systems that have already been created for you that can take away that how. So let's start with the 3 vital behaviors. Pretty simple. I know it's kind of down to the basics of what we do as coaches, but it's already set up for you to plug into every day. It's so easy when you know exactly what you need to do on a daily basis, right? There's no secret sauce here, my friends. It's all in systems like this that you do with consistency that's going to help you grow your business. Let's talk about forming. Same goes for forming. It's just a basic way of talking to people, right? It's what we do every single day. And for those of you who don't know what forming is, it's an acronym. It's how you build relationships with someone that you may not know, so you can understand their situation. You can understand how to approach them and how to get to know them without bombarding them with Beachbody, right? So form, F-O-R-M, stands for family, occupation, recreation, and message. And honestly, we do this on a daily basis. You meet someone at a park, or maybe you're in line at the grocery store, or whatever. You start to have these small conversations with people. It's the same thing, but we have this acronym to help you kind of break it down a little bit and to be this easier way, this system to talk to people. Same with the 5-step process, the invitation process. It may seem kind of silly that it's broken down to invite someone, but for those of you who have used it, doesn't it kind of take away the chaos and the fear to know step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, right? Because what happens is that we get kind of flustered and we get emotional and we get excited and we get scared and it just comes out like a big hot mess. But if we have this 5-step invitation process broken down for us in a system that is proven to work, not just in Beachbody, but in other companies like this, then it takes away that chaos and eliminates that fear, right? And what's more important about all of these, it's a system that you can do, but you can also duplicate for your own team. So obviously there's reasons why we have these. One that I've shown you, but you also take this and you carry it on into your team as well. And I kind of see systems like this as similar to our workouts, right? You don't pop in an Insanity CD and go, what am I going to do today? What should my workout be? Well, he's doing that, but yeah, I don't know about that. You know, that's the workouts are a system as well. If you follow the plan, you will see the results, right? It's the same with the systems that we have set up within the company. Okay, so team calls is another example of systems. Now, this may not seem like a duplication process, but it is when it comes to creating a culture in your team of learning and growth. It allows you to be the leader that your team needs, and it shows your coaches the system of how to have a thriving team that is founded on connection and success. When you become a diamond coach, it's so important that you start to create that culture. And sometimes even before then. But when you host your own team calls, it creates that system of expectations, right? So let's move on to the power of threes. Now, I love this tool. I love the power of threes. This is such an awesome duplication tool. How many of you that maybe were newer or did not use the power of threes and you sit down and you're like, I'm going to build a business. What do I do, right? This power of threes, and the one I have in the team page, I've taken the power of threes and the business activity tracker, and I married them. I put them together, they kissed, and they came out with this beautiful daily tracker. So you know exactly what to do on a daily basis. I took, not me, but that particular document, the guesswork is gone. You don't have to worry about the guesswork. It's a document that you can use every single day to see growth in your business. And also hand to your coaches for them to do as well, right? It covers the 3 vital behaviors. It covers the posting. It covers the social media. It covers how many people you've spoken to. It's a system that I know I wouldn't be where I am without that tool for sure. Because everything else, you get so distracted and so flustered, I think. So, okay, so team trainings. I'll be honest, I've tried probably every type of team training under the sun. When I first started, I was put into a very large Coach Basics group that didn't sit well with me because it was just kind of chaotic. And so I've revamped my own team training, and I've done that for a reason. Not because, I mean, I do love organizing trainings, but I didn't do it for fun. I did it for duplication reasons. I did it so, one, the new coaches coming in have a really good, solid start. For two, for you to take that same system and to pass it on to your coaches. It's simply the power of duplication, and you can't go wrong with a proven system that you can do over and over and over again. There's so many systems in place, some from corporate, some that I pulled together, that I put my own spin on. Either way, all these systems take the how away from you so you can focus on the why. So let's talk a little bit about the life cycle of a coach and really how the systems definitely do equal the backbone of success. So within the first 24 to 48 hours, we always send the welcome email to our new coaches, okay? Get them started with some information. Always do a getting started right call, understand their goals, what kind of coach they want to be, and then we send them the second email, all right? So that's a system right there. That's something that you literally can copy and paste for your new coaches and so on. First week, you place your new coach into a coaching 101. So this is something that I've created my own fast track coaching one-on-one. Now, you guys, for those of you who are not, or maybe you're just started, or maybe you're not an Emerald coach, or maybe you are an Emerald coach and you don't have, you know, a large team, you can always put them in my coaching 101 until you get to the point where you're starting to have more coaches, okay? The first week, they're learning about inviting, they're learning about forming, they're learning about the 3 vital behaviors. So in the first week, we're putting these systems into place. The second week, they're placed in a push to Emerald group where they are to rank advance in 30 days or less for those major business builders, right? And they're also learning about the systems of power of threes. So as you see, every single milestone here is some sort of system that is and can be duplicated, literally copy paste. After reaching Emerald, there's a push to Diamond group that I've created. After reaching Diamond, this is when you get into a Diamond Leadership Advisory Board. You start creating a culture of your own team. You start doing Diamond to 5-star training. You start understanding Elite and Premier. All of these are systems. There's a reason why these things were created. Okay? All right, so I want you to ask yourself here. Let me check our time. Okay, perfect. I want you to ask yourself, are you mastering the duplication? Like if you have, okay, let's break it down into 2 parts. One, are you plugging into the duplication systems that are available to you? Oh, thanks, honey. Okay, mommy's on the team call. Sorry, guys. I got flowers. Hey, I'm on the team call.
I know.
Okay, bye. Sorry. Okay, are you mastering duplication? Are you plugging into the systems that have been created for you? Are you using the power of threes? Are you plugging into the Push to Emerald group? I'll tell you, there's a lot of you guys in the Push to Emerald group, and I hear from like 2 or 3, all right? That system is created for you. There's reasons why that exists. Are you doing your 3 vital behaviors? Are you using the 5-step invitation process? If you sit down and you think this business is not working for me, it's just not working for me, I can't seem to grow my business, ask yourself, are you using the duplication system? Are you using these systems put in place for you? Second part, are you using these systems for your coaches? Like I said, no reason to reinvent the wheel at all, right? Plug them into these systems. Are you owning your own business? Whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 coaches, you should be duplicating yourself. Are you setting goals and expectations with your team? And lastly, this is one thing that I want you to understand. It's okay to duplicate yourself exactly where you are in your business, okay? If you are an Emerald coach and that's really all you know, like you're like, you know, I can't wrap my head around Diamond or 1-star or whatever, or being an elite coach, but I know how to get to Emerald. Great. Teach your coaches how to get to Emerald, right? If you're hitting Success Club 5 and you're like, I'm solid, I've got this, and you've got coaches on your team, teach them how to hit Success Club 5. You don't have to be a 5-star diamond or a 10-star diamond in order to duplicate yourself. Whatever you know right now, duplicate that. Share these systems that are put into place, right? Success leaves clues, and when you pass on those clues or you duplicate yourself and the systems that are put into place for you, that's when you experience your own success with your team. All right, lastly, dream big. Honestly, our influence is magnified when we duplicate the success that preceded us, okay? Systems, I just spoke about that. Duplicate what you know. Work as a team. Identify those coaches that you have that want to work alongside of you. Put your energy into the ones that want and put them into those duplication systems. Speak the same language. Think about the vision you have for your team. It's important that the coaches on your team have the same vision as you so you can do this together, okay? And more importantly, seek to change as many lives as possible, whether it's through challengers or helping a coach start their own business and create their own financial freedom. Seek to change as many lives as possible. Honestly, the end goal is for us as leaders to create more leaders so we can change more lives in the process. All right, you guys. Whoo, look at that. We did it. That was record time. Okay. So I hope that helps. I think the reason why I chose this topic tonight is because I do hear from coaches that say, I just don't really know what to do on a daily basis. And I understand that feeling. I've been there, especially when maybe your time management isn't under control and you think, okay, I've got 10 minutes. What can I do? Pull out your power of threes. Focus on your 3 vital behaviors, because it's when you plug into those systems consistently, you will see the growth in your business, okay? So is there anyone that wants to say anything or ask a question or anything before we get going? Yes, Brandy.
I have a question. The one screen that you had that had kind of a schedule of new coaches, what to do in the first week, second week, or the first 24 to 48 hours. Mm-hmm. Do you have that somewhere? That is a lot. That's very helpful. Because as soon as I signed up my friend, I knew to do a welcome letter. So I went and searched for your welcome letter that you sent me. But I couldn't remember. I did screenshot it. So I guess I could try to print it for my phone.
I don't have that particular order. I can certainly add that to the file that we have in the team page that is getting coaches started right. But also think about it in your mind. Think about the process. Like, we get them started right, and then they need to go into the coaching 101, right? It's kind of the basics, like learn about the business. And then their next goal is to reach Emerald rank. So then we want to put them into an Emerald group. Once they reach Emerald, hi Joyce. Once we, that's my aunt. Once we reach emerald, then we want to put them into a diamond group. So if you just think about the order kind of in your head, it'll help you remember that, but I can most certainly add that to the page just so you have some sort of timeline to look at. Okay.
Yeah, I think just the very first like 1 or 2 coaches that we ever sign up, that is really helpful. That makes way more sense. So
sure. Okay.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Sure. Anyone else? I can't see Angela, but I know she's there somewhere. She's on mute. Okay. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much. The call was recorded, and I will have it posted later tonight or tomorrow morning. But I'm good to see all your smiling faces, and keep on rocking. Talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.